Recording. Hello, and welcome to Moms with Yarn, episode 14. I'm Sharon, known as Sharon V on Ravelry, and I am Bronx Knitter on Instagram.
And I'm TB McCarthy on Ravelry. And I think TB McCarthy 5 on Instagram. You know that.
Yay!
Find me there. I'll
um,
friend you.
yeah, I want to have friends too. Be my friend. But actually join our Ravelry group, Moms with Yarn. It's
Yeah.
not just for moms with yarn, it's for anybody with yarn.
Or
Join us.
anything crafty.
Anything
We're all
crafty.
about the crafts.
Yeah. So we are a day late, but we're
Yes.
still here. So
But
yay!
we're not a dollar short.
We're not a dollar short. Nope. We've got things to show and tell.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good episode. So let's get right to it.
Let's
So
do it.
Tracy, what have you got finished? Oh, you're looking at me like
Nothing. I just told you I had nothing. Why are you calling me out? I thought we were friends.
I
What do you have finished?
I
Nothing.
I I always go with the FOs first. It came out of my mouth by habit. You know how nervous I get about recording every week.
Got nothing. I'm looking around. I got nothing. But
You don't even
I
have
finished.
fake something like my mother always has.
I put the baby to bed. She's
Oh,
done. She's out for
yay!
the count.
Good.
She didn't cry.
I had to babysit for my 3-year-old great nephew, and only twice today I wanted to shoot myself in the hand.
Oh
You
man.
can't go anywhere without him screaming my name.
What does he call you? Auntie Sharon?
No.
What does he call you?
He calls me another name. I can't tell it because I don't want it to go all over the
Is it
world.
is it Phoebe?
It's
Oh.
a family nickname for me. I tried to
Oh
make him call me Aunt Sharon or whatever. No.
no.
He'll call me Sharon. He doesn't have a problem with that. He doesn't have a problem calling his mother Tana either.
Yo, you.
So yeah,
You're silly
no, yeah. And my son was playing with him yesterday because my son had to go to work today. And my son was playing with him yesterday, and this morning I dropped my son off, and Ty says, "I want him to stay so he can play with me." It's like me too. Anyway, let me get to my finished objects.
Yeah, I got
I
nothing.
I um I think you all remember I was making the Alva sweater as my Rhinebeck sweater, and I can safely tell you that if you are not an experienced knitter, this is not the pattern for
Oh, I was gonna
you.
say, is that is really cabley.
It's not only cablicious,
How was the pattern written?
the pattern is written well. All of page 2 is fine, and then you get to page 3, where it tells you things like if you have too many stitches, knit 2 together.
What do you mean?
Or if you have not enough, just add a stitch. It's like she got to the end of the pattern and she's like, screw it, figure it out yourself. You're on your own. I helped you. If you can't figure it out, drop dead. That might be a little bit PG, but
Was it a paid for pattern?
oh.
Better not be. Oh my God, I'd ask for your money back.
She's like, if you can't figure it out from here. So it is the Alva
Oh
cardigan
my gosh, that's awful.
by we already went through this. Signy
Yeah.
Stromgard. Figure it out. Signy, figure it out, Stromgard. Yeah, okay. I'm done. I'm off my soapbox.
How many
Yeah,
patterns?
drop.
Is this her one and only pattern on Ravelry or?
No, it wasn't even. It's on Ravelry, but it takes you to the Filcolana website to get the pattern.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I figured this has got to be, pretty good looking. It's a good looking
It
sweater.
really is, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
How many people made it? A
I
number?
don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I probably should have looked, and I probably should have read through some pattern notes. But you know me.
I
I'm
know.
an expert knitter. I know everything about everything, and you don't have to tell me anything because that's how I roll.
You don't need to read through the pattern, the
Yeah.
whole pattern first.
Well,
'Cause
clearly she got the ESP message because she's like, "Oh, you think you got it? Go right ahead." I used my um, Addy Turbo US size 8, which is 5.0 millimeter, and this Shepherd's Own.
oh yeah, that's the
Remember that?
$5. Yep. Yep.
$5.
And you even have some left over. You can make a matching hat.
I had 7 skeins, and I used 4
Oh
to make the
wow.
sweater
That's
because I
great.
figured it was going to be a sweater that was going to be over clothes, so I took it
Yes.
up a notch, up a size, I mean.
Yeah. 4 still?
This is the sweater. It's a scoop neck, scoop in the front, a scoop in the back,
Yep.
barely any shoulders to speak of. Cables on the arm,
Yep.
cables in the front.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, no shoulders. How does it fit?
Like, yeah, whatever, goes jump off a bridge,
She's like, yeah, it might fit.
whatever.
Good luck if it fits.
The sweater is a little bit on the itchy side.
Because of the, yeah. Because it's wool. Is it 100% wool?
It is 100% wool.
Like not merino, just
It
straight
just
on.
says 100% all natural undyed wool
Yeah.
by Fiber Natura.
Yeah. So you're going to wear something under it.
Well, naturally, I'm going to wear something under it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Well,
otherwise, I'd be hanging out in places where I got no business hanging out.
oh my gosh, that is Scoopy.
So what's going to happen?
Ooh.
I just
Yeah.
buttoned my
Yeah.
microphone.
Yeah.
I'm going to put some elastic thread through the shoulder.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's scoopy all over the place.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's 900 degrees in here.
Yeah, I bet. It's hot here too.
It's
It
so
was like,
humid.
it was 80 degrees when I picked up the kids.
Oh, God. So I'm happy with the sweater up to the neckline, where
Yeah.
she was like, do it yourself.
Just like if you add something.
Do it yourself, you jerk.
Now, was the ribbing added after?
The ribbing is, she gives you 2 places to figure out where the ribbing goes.
Like, I'm wondering, could you add more ribbing? Would it just
I
look
could
awful?
add
Like,
more ribbing, and I was even thinking about that,
yeah,
but I don't really need a sweater that goes up to my neck. I have
right.
my Acer cardigan for that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, that was sweater number 1. This is sweater number 2, and I was like, the Acer cardigan covers everything. It's a
yeah,
little jewel neckline with
yep,
long sleeves. It's perfect. I didn't
yep,
care for my button placement, but in worst case scenario. However, um, if I probably didn't have such a tight deadline to get this done in time for
yeah,
Rhinebeck, I
yep,
probably would have taken more time to really work out the pattern. Um, but Scoopy,
yeah,
that doesn't really bother me because it's always hot at Rhinebeck.
yeah. It's going to be hot this weekend.
Oh God,
I know,
it's like totally unbearable
I
even
know.
now.
Yeah,
So, and I'm trying to, I mean, I have a fan blowing right on me.
I know.
It's
It's hot.
crazy how hot it's hot and humid and there's a
Yeah,
hot wind blowing.
yeah.
So it's just not making things any easier, but you just got to work with what you got to work with.
I also saw people like some of my like commercial cardigans that I've purchased have like a ribbon in the back that's attached across the back
To hold it.
to hold the shape, not so much the, the actual cardigan, but to hold the shape of it.
Right.
So you may want to even do that so that it would like even stay on your shoulders, not so
It
much.
doesn't fall off the shoulders.
Oh, okay.
That's not what the problem is. The problem is that the front is deliberately short, but the model has the front covered up. There's a short neckline, a short rib at the top of the neckline.
Yes.
And following the instructions for the front of the neckline, I did
Yep.
it right. I should have brought it up higher because the model like covers up the neckline up here with her
Yes.
hair,
Yes.
and then you don't see a neckline back here at all. And
But it
then
looks like it's, oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you see what I mean?
Yes.
And then the model size is a different size.
But it
So
almost looks like hers is less, it's almost like taller in the back. Right? It's like yours looks like it goes like this.
because when the back of the sweater came, I don't think I started the ribbing soon enough.
Oh, okay.
She says you should have 13 of these cable things.
She told her what to do specifically, and
She doesn't give you the
she
measurements.
told you,
Yes, she called my
just
house.
figure it out.
Yes.
She
Signy
was
was
like,
like,
see
I'm
what
not
she did?
answering
I'm
your
not going to tell
stupid
you.
questions, you knitting fool.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not going to tell you. You got to figure it out by looking at the picture and deciphering my secret math code. And I know you're not a math person, so.
And there you have it.
And
So
there you.
she said 13 of these things means you have X amount of stitches on your needle. Well, what if I don't?
Yeah. Then you got to decrease or
So,
increase.
so she gave me
She's
my
funny.
answer right here on page 3. It says, figure it out, you jerk. Don't make me come to your house.
Because I'm still not going to give you the
I
answer.
know where you live. And that's what happened with that.
Yeah.
The yarn is a little bit rustic.
Hmm.
It's fine. It's not unbearable.
I feel like it's appropriate for Rhinebeck, though.
I'm going to go to Rhinebeck wearing a tube top or a tank top and a 90 degrees below zero sweater. I may take it because it might get cold in the evening when I'm
Yeah.
on my way home,
Yeah.
but
Put it in your bag.
honestly,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm done. That's my only FO. And I'm never going to talk about this sweater again. You know, when you go on Ravelry and you look up patterns and it says, if you like this, you might like that.
Delete.
I'm going to go with the you might like something else thing because
That's funny.
I was so disappointed in the end product of the
Yeah.
sweater. So what I can do is I can put some ribbon, grosgrain ribbon around the front,
Yep.
and I can even, after I use the elastic thread though, because I
Yeah.
have to pull it in, up, over, what? I don't even know. I'm done. I talked too long about it. It was a rant. Signy, I don't know where you
Let
live.
it
I
go.
might have to find you. That's the end of that. Oh, what do you think about these buttons?
Oh, they're pretty. They're nice.
Plastic.
Shut up. Really? They're nice. They don't look plastic. They're nice. I like them. How many did you need?
That's the best
5?
part. 6.
Oh, okay.
If I'd have made the sweater the way it would have fit me, I would have needed 7 or 8, but
Mm. But we're letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Oh.
You have to have that one project that becomes an instant house article of clothing that never sees the light of day. You have to have at least one. Then that,
Listen, if you accidentally leave it at Rhinebeck, if it accidentally,
if it
just kidding.
accidentally ends up with somebody with, wider shoulders or whatever, maybe they could
A
wear it.
light scoop neck, yeah. Or says, oh, I've been looking for a cardigan just like that.
Or a bathing suit cover up. Whatever.
Or it's really cold.
It,
Really, really cold.
in the 5 years, I guess, I've been going to Rhinebeck, It's been cold once.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like the end of October,
Yeah,
mid-October. Weird.
mid-October. Yeah. Okay, so what have you got in whips?
So I really only have one thing, but it's new.
Yay!
So do you remember this?
Yeah, yeah.
Do,
Yes.
do you remember
It
it
is
really?
the Blue Moon Little Bo Peep.
Where'd you get it?
Rhinebeck last
Yeah,
year.
you did. I was like, I gotta be happy. So I cast on a sock. And I cast on my favorite sock pattern, which was.
My knitted heart socks.
So I'm like maybe a quarter of an inch from the toe.
Those colors are really good.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I just needed something to move me along. So,
I believe that is um, Blue Moon's lightweight.
yes,
It's pretty thick.
it is. It is. And I love it. Like, it just makes me happy. I sped through this. Like, I literally started this a week ago. And for me, like, not that it hasn't taken me a full week, but I I have another thing. I read an entire book like within a week. I had family over this weekend, so I really didn't do any crafting or any reading this weekend. I was really busy with work. My daughter was sick again. Um, so, but start to finish, like like this took me like 2.5 days. On the train, back and forth on the train at night. Like this was so enjoyable that now I'm gonna go back. I'll go back and forth with the Vesper
Georgia.
sock. Yeah, the Georgia
Georgia
sock
on my mind.
and the Vesper. And I'm okay with that. Like this to me was like, okay, I'm back into knitting and I'm back into doing something that you know, a sock that I like. And not so much the pattern. I mean, it's more just like the actual like yarn. I just enjoy this yarn. So
I didn't look to see if Blue Moon has a colorway for this year.
It's funny. I was thinking about that when I first started this one. I think they announced it like only a few days before. I don't remember seeing it in like it was only a few days before, and I remember saying to you, "If you're going, pick me up a skein." But I remember you waiting in line for a long time for this.
No, I
No,
didn't wait a long time. No, because
you were in line for something for a
Miss
long time.
Babs,
Oh, was it Miss
she came
Babs?
around with like candy kisses to
Oh,
keep
right.
people's blood sugar because the sun
Yeah.
was beaming down on our heads. I was standing online at Miss Babs for over an hour.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I said I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Because everything that she was selling in the booth,
Yeah, you could get
you can
online.
get online.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you see it in person, you know that the skein colorways differ
Yeah.
from skein to skein.
Yeah.
And that's fine if you have a general idea of what it is you want. But standing online for 45 minutes to an hour,
Yeah.
some people were online for an hour and a half. I mean, the time kind of flew by for me because I was talking to people. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you meet somebody that? Yeah.
yeah. So she and I were just having conversation, and so the line is kind of shuffling along. But I can't really see. There's so many vendors at
Yeah.
Rhinebeck with who you may have never tried their yarn.
Yeah.
People who may be local to you. Remember, Rhinebeck is international.
Yes.
So you don't have to. I'm not saying that you shouldn't shop at a
Yeah.
store because go on Sunday. The place is easily empty by half.
Yeah.
In on Saturday, you are elbow to elbow with everybody else.
Yeah.
On Sunday, you can ride your bike through the crowd.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
nobody,
Yeah.
and a lot of the vendors start to pack up in the afternoon
Yeah.
and stuff. So it is my mission to buy myself some new spindles,
Oh,
but
nice.
I don't have any yarn on my list, but I will try a vendor if I've never tried them before.
Yeah.
something new, something different. I heard there's going to be a couple of vendors who actually have shops in out on Long Island someplace,
Oh, okay.
in like Yafank and a
Okay.
couple of other places, which is way out there.
Not too far from me though.
So yeah, so they have farms where you can buy fiber
Hmm,
and yarn.
hmm.
So I bought from Vogue Knitting Live. Went to some place that's in some sheep farm in Maryland. Like who knew?
Yeah.
But anyhow,
Okay.
I think that when I go to Rhinebeck, I think I look forward to it going every
Yeah.
year. And this year I'm gonna try to be not online when the podcaster meetup
Yeah.
happens because there's some podcasters I want to meet.
Yep.
So I'm not going to say any names in case I get shot down when I get
I know.
there. But there's a couple that I want to meet, and I'm looking forward to it. I
Yep.
leave at 7:30 on Saturday morning.
How are you getting there? You driving or you?
No, actually, I hitched a ride with a friend,
Oh, good.
and so there's five of us,
That's great. You're
and
all.
her husband is driving. He doesn't shop, so he'll be relaxing and getting himself some lunch. And when he says it's time to go, we'll fly out of there, and it'll have been a perfect day no matter how long we spend there. So it worked out.
That's great.
Yeah, I was gonna drive, but it's 2 hours and 15
Yeah.
minutes about from my house to there. And when you get up early in the morning and you drive for that length of time and you shop till you drop, driving home is like driving home after a long day at the beach,
Yeah. And I think
burning
that
to
if
a crisp.
Yeah, and I think that if you and I were to go, like if the two of us were to go together, we would be fine doing it together.
Yeah,
My husband was saying, don't you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, I totally do want to go, but I don't know if like, and I think I would drive, but I would definitely not do it by myself.
right.
Um,
Because even if you drive, driving there is no problem. I could make that
I
trip all
Yeah, and
day.
I could
It's
drive back.
splitting the driving.
No, but I could drive and I could drive back.
You have no idea how tired you are when you
No,
do
but
it there.
I actually have I used to drive back and forth to Albany, like, and I would be okay. Like, I think I'd be okay, um, as long as I had someone in the car
Who
that could
stayed
talk to
awake.
me. Yeah, right, could talk to me,
Not like
and
everybody
then
in my car who went to sleep.
right, and I would say to you, like, look, it's now X time. Like, we need to get a drink, not an alcoholic beverage, but a drink, and we
Yeah,
need to get something to eat, and we need to start heading home.
right.
So,
And as long as you can kind of beat the traffic coming back, it's
yeah,
not that
yeah,
bad.
right.
But it is, it's exhausting. It's an exhausting
Yeah.
day. I said if I went the night before and slept in a cheesy
Yeah.
hotel,
Yeah.
I'd be fine to drive back the next day because
Yeah.
I wouldn't be beat like
Yeah.
crazy. But five
Yeah.
hours in a day is a lot for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that again, I think that I'd be fine driving there and back, like myself doing the driving. I just, my son's birthday is Tuesday. We have like stuff that we're doing this weekend. I still don't know if Saturday is doable. I just don't know.
Yeah.
So I probably won't know until
Saturday.
until maybe Saturday. Well, no, Friday night. We'll decide. So,
So
and if we,
is your husband gonna drive or is he
yeah, he would drive. Like, I mean, yeah, he would end up driving with
cool?
us. Like, we'd all go.
Yeah.
So,
Family fun day.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, we'll see.
Okay, so we went all the way off topic.
Yeah, sorry. So this was the book I read, just really quickly. It's called The Best of Me.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the movies. I don't know if anybody has heard of that. It was a great book. I don't know if any of our viewers are like book fanatics. Nicholas Sparks is a great, great writer. Um, he's one of my favorites. Jodi Picoult is one of my favorites. And this was a book that I could not put down. So I would highly recommend it if you guys are, into, reading Nicholas Sparks type books. This was a really, really good one. So I was able to finish this in like a couple train rides. I would recommend it.
Yeah, it's good diversity. You
Yes.
know, especially if you can take your mind away from things that need to get done. A book is at
Yes.
your leisure for real,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely was.
Okay,
So,
so I have one more thing on the needles. You
yep.
know, that's why we're able to jibber jabber because got no content.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody. I'm doing the Wolf Farms Thea Coleman knit along
Nice.
baby
Okay.
cocktails.
Yep.
So I'm making the vodka lemonade.
Okay.
If the Alva
Oh yeah.
was a monster, this one is a
It's
complete
not. Yeah.
angel.
Yeah. She's a great designer.
Oh my gosh. The instructions,
Perfection.
honestly. Okay, so I used, um, there we go. It's like I'm not going to blame it on my notebook this week. Play at Life. She has a shop on Etsy.
Oh, okay. I've heard of her.
It's 100% BFL.
Hmm.
It's in the Pounce DK, and the color is called the gray.
Ooh.
But I wouldn't call this gray because
It looks
this,
bluish.
it has a greenish, blue,
Yeah.
gray. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so,
It looks silvery too. Oh, it's so
it's
pretty.
like a sage green with
Yeah.
denim blue, and I don't know
So
how she
pretty. It's
could
so
call it the
tonal.
grays.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I'm using a US number this,
Yeah.
and this is how far I've gotten. It's not for me, so I can't try it on.
Oh, it's not for you?
No.
It's beautiful.
I put the arm on waist yarn because I it's supposed to be right below the elbow,
Okay.
and I only had the one skein of yarn left because I only had three skeins.
Okay.
So after I got finished knitting the sweater, I did this sleeve, and then I kind of slid my arm in here. I'm shorter than your average bear. She's t- she's taller than I am. My doorbell is ringing.
Yeah.
Can you
Don't get up from the chair. Do you need to pause? I can talk about my
you talk
okay.
about you talk amongst yourself.
Okay. So I wanted to show everybody. Last time we were together, we I told everybody that I bought the whip holder. So this was actually how it came. So I wanted to show everybody how it came. It came so beautifully wrapped, and I'm making a big mess of it. Um, but it came so beautifully wrapped, and now, like I said, I'm making a big mess of it. And it came with this beautiful note that talked about um, like the company Nitsy, which is where I purchased the whip holder from. And this is the whip holder.
How pretty!
Oh, look. And it actually unscrews from both sides. I thought one side was the unscrew, but it's not. Oh my gosh, it is like the best thing ever. I'm going to try it out with my second sock. So I will definitely let you know how it works. Comes in multiple sizes, like I mentioned, but
What
this
size is that?
this I think is the 5 inch. Yeah, 5 inch, which is what my DPNs are. Um, and yeah, so I will do a full review next time because I wanted to just finish my sock on my magic loop, but this came while it was gone, so while I was already in progress on this one. So my next sock will be on DPNs, and I will let everybody know what I think about this. But I just wanted to show, and like, look what the bottom of the box looks like. It's just so
Oh.
cute. And
I
I'm
like
like,
it when people pay attention to how
oh
they
my gosh,
package
I
things
feel
up.
like
You
this,
know, if it's not going to be packaged pretty, it better smell good.
this is the card that came with it. So pretty. All right,
Oh
Sharon.
my.
So while you were gone, did you tell the FedEx guy that you just needed 10 more minutes?
I wish there was a FedEx
I
package.
Sorry, UPS, I mean.
Um, so it's supposed to go just below the
Oh my
elbow, and then you bind off. You do some seed stitch that matches the collar,
God.
and it also matches the full frontal.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
No cables, no nothing.
I thought
Very
it had a pocket. Did it have a pocket?
no,
Nothing. Has nothing.
no.
Oh my
So
God, I love it.
I would put it on the rest of the way, but I weigh more than she does. so
Oh my God, I love it.
so Dawn from Wolf Farms podcast, she's like, oh my gosh, she wants to make this sweater so
I
bad.
totally do too now.
And I was like, this was the fastest sweater I've. The seed stitch took 5 inches
Yeah.
with the little detail that runs all the
Yes.
way down the front of the sweater,
How is it constructed? So you start with
top down.
the
You
ribbing.
start
I mean,
with
you
the
start with the
seed stitch,
collar.
and then you split for the sleeves
Okay.
because it's raglan.
Got it.
And then you put your sleeves on,
Waist.
yeah, and then you um, bind off a few stitches here before you get there, and when you get ready to work the sleeve, you just pick up those same bound off stitches,
Yep.
and then you just knit down. Now the sweater, you can make it
So you're
according to,
knitting the front and the back at the same time?
you knit up to here,
Yep.
then you split it,
Got it.
and then when you get the split, when the sleeves are wide enough,
Yep.
you put the sleeves on holders, and then you knit the bottom back and
Got it.
forth.
Got
And
it.
you can make it, it's totally, make it the size, make it the length you
The
want it.
length you want.
You
Yeah.
can make the sleeves as wide as you want them, because you can just continue to do the
Yep.
increases at the sleeves. I mean, piece o' cake.
Oh my gosh, it's
And
so
she
pretty.
says the size is more important than how many stitches you have.
Hmm.
And because there's only that one running pattern that goes down the front, you can do anything you want with the rest of the sweater.
Yeah.
So you can make it wide in case you're built like an army tank
You
like
could even,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. And so you can make it, if you have big hips and you want the sweater up higher, if you want the sweater to go down, the arms to go down to your wrists or stop at the elbow. I'm stopping just below the elbow because I was unsure about the yarn. Like, I don't know how far I can go before I run
Hmm.
into the danger zone, and I'm not going to stress.
Yeah.
It's
It's written for that.
it's written to be short in the hip.
Oh my gosh, it's so, yeah, see, like that detail right there.
Yeah, there's a little lace at the
Yeah,
bottom,
yeah, that's the piece that I was thinking. Yes. Yep. Okay.
and it's also in the center of the back. So
Yep.
even if you add more stitches, all you gotta do is find the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's here at the
My gosh, it's,
center of the back, and it is so, it's two repeats.
yeah, it's so pretty.
So, and it's on both panels, and you can opt that part in or out.
Now, did you knit this already for yourself?
No,
Are you going to?
yes. I have
Do
some
you have
Madeline
yarn?
Tosh DK. I'm gonna make myself one. I mean, you can use practically any yarn as long as you get the measurements right.
Yeah.
You can use any number of stitches. You can customize the sweater more or less.
So pretty.
It's such a basic, perfect sweater.
Love
So
it.
the only thing is I like to make my sweaters in pieces because sweaters in pieces are a lot more stable. But this was well worth the money. I would make this sweater 100 times in 100 different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember this? You
Yes!
got me that too.
That was at Stitches
Stitches
East.
East.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Stitches East this year. I couldn't do it. The weather was crappy, and
It was last
it
weekend or
was
something.
it was really raining hard
Yeah.
that
It
day.
was Saturday, yeah.
And I was listening to Penny Winnie from Knit One Heart Two podcast, and
Yep.
she said that it was a really low turnout. She
Uh,
wonders if it was because the weather was bad. But I also heard people saying that there were a lot fewer vendors. She said,
mm,
which made things a lot easier. Because if you've gone to Vogue Knitting Live, which is my birthday gift to myself every year,
yes.
if you go to Vogue Knitting Live, it's by scale, it's the same thing as Rhinebeck. You
Yeah.
can hardly get through,
Yeah.
you know. But it's worth it because it's here in the city. I
Yep.
go, I buy, I leave. Um,
Sometimes you do. Didn't you do courses? Did you ever do a course there?
no.
Never.
Mm-mm. No. You know what? I don't take a course for anything unless I have actual fear. Like
Mm-hmm.
I took a course for steeking at Vogue Knitting
Oh,
Live
yeah,
one
yeah.
year, and I'm still scared to steek.
Yeah.
It would be a class I'd have to take again because
Yeah.
I've watched videos on YouTube, and it's cold stark terror.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
even know where to go with that. So I have a sweater that's been on the needles for about 7
Is it
years.
your Fair Isle one? I remember
It
that.
probably doesn't even fit me anymore.
Because you lost so much weight, you skinny mini.
Yeah, and I got younger too.
You
Not
did.
hardly.
All right, that's all I got.
That's all I got. I do have.
We're rounding up the
We're at
the holiday, right?
yeah.
I only have like 4 people.
I have
Oh,
another
3?
hat to make. Tracy, I am gonna have to gift you this pattern because
That's really cute. That's really cute. I might have that actually. Check if I have it. That's really cute.
I'm gonna have to send this to you. That's what's next on the needles, and the only reason why I bring it up is because it happened to be on the clipboard where I keep my when I'm working on my stuff. I have graph paper, and
Ooh.
I write my notes on, and I keep it on my little clipboard so I can find it in the bed that while it's sleeping with me. And the pattern, I usually clip the pattern that I'm working and
Yep.
the notes together. And this was what was underneath for
That's
after the
really
vodka
nice.
lemonade.
Yeah, that's really nice. What yarn are you going to use with it?
Play It Life.
Oh,
It's Una DK, which is a single ply.
wait, that's not the same company that you just knit
Yes.
the.
What
Oh,
happened was I ordered the 3 skeins, and somehow or another, either the address was wrong or something. So this was the package got to me way later than it should have,
okay.
and this was her. I'm sorry,
Ooh,
and I was like, I'm not.
that's really cute.
It is so unbelievable. I have this. It's DK. This calls for worsted, but this is 250 yards, and the pattern calls for who knows? 230 to 270
Ooh.
yards. So, but mind you, I have a peanut sized head.
Hmm.
So I can't make it as long as she would
Right.
make
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Just like the contemporary hat, I
yeah.
have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
cut
yeah.
out a couple of rounds,
Yeah, yep.
you
That
know,
is a long
because
one.
I
Yep.
wear the smallest size
Yeah.
hat.
And you
So,
probably don't need to. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm figuring if I go down a needle size, I should get the fit
Yeah.
and stuff that I want. So
Okay.
that's if I had time to get that done before Rhinebeck. I bind off the sleeves for the vodka lemonade I don't need a hat from Rhinebeck. It's gonna be 3,000 degrees. Should
And Rhinebeck is in 2 days.
That's how long it takes to make a hat. If I start tonight, I can do it in the 2.5 hours. Certainly, riding up.
Oh, that's true because you're not driving.
Exactly.
You're a superstar. I want to see it on Instagram.
Okay.
I want to see your progress.
All right. If I can start it
You're my
tonight.
hero. This is why we podcast together. You're my hero.
What? Are you kidding me? I I'm doing pretty good. I want to get my stash down before I start adding stuff. So
Yeah.
like using up 3 skeins for this and using up 4 skeins for the Alva and using up a skein here and there for socks and
I just think it's funny
stuff.
that one day you thought that this was my stash.
I did.
You
I
were
was
like, "Is
gonna
that
be
all you have?"
jealous.
That's the overflow. That's what doesn't fit into my. Yeah. No.
Well, one of
That's not
these
me.
days, everybody always asks me, how come you don't show your stash? And I said, cause
Because I
I
don't
I
look.
need plausible deniability. Because if I tell you I don't have any stash, you're just gonna have to take my word for it, and I don't have to show you all 18,000 skeins. You see it every time I knit something up.
Yeah, that's it.
But I have a lot of 2 skein, 3 skeins.
Yeah, I don't have
I
a.
don't have enough to make a sweater unless it's gonna be Fair Isle.
I think I.
Um,
Yeah, I just got my yarn for the James, that the red that I ordered. It's Bleeding Armadillo from the Plucky Knitter. So I think I want to start that next. Um, well, not next, but that's definitely a sweater that I want to cast on. Um, but I don't really have a lot of sweater quantities. I did buy a sweater quantity in Sport for the Vodka Lemonade. I also bought it for another one of Thea Coleman's sweaters. I can't remember. I have it. I think I have it queued. But
Stormy, dark and stormy.
no, because I think that one has cables, and I don't think I want. I don't. I just don't think that cables on my body type would like. I think it would just add more bulk, and I don't. I don't need to add more bulk to my physique. My baby's added enough bulk to my physique.
I have like this.
When my kids say, "When is the next baby coming?" Never.
I used to make fun of. I used to tell people that my mother has like this round body and these skinny arms and legs, like a meatball with toothpicks stuck in it, and I'm headed in the same direction. So I said, my body is like this, and I have like almost no hips,
Yeah.
no thighs, and then boom, which goes with my not having a chestal area. Yay! You know
So,
that's sexy.
well, that guy waiting downstairs thinks so too.
I think that
That's it.
yeah, I think that's about it. We still
That's all
have
I.
until what date is the Tuft Woolens?
I thought it was October 31st.
Okay, well, I think it says something else on the webpage.
Oh, it may be. I thought it was October 31st, but people better get cracking because
It's almost
I'm gonna
over,
start.
and
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna start.
already have the prizes for the next big thing
Okay.
because 2015 is the year of me, and it's going to be the year of you. Because
Okay.
2015, you have to make something for yourself. After all the Christmas presents or holiday presents are made and delivered, and you don't have to buy anything to restock your stash or anything like that, it's time for you to look after you. So the next big thing is going to be I'm knitting for me. It's mine, all mine.
And
And
could
I
that be
have,
in conjunction with our birthdays? The January
yeah,
birthdays?
it could be. It could be. But I have to make something for myself using my stash yarn. I'm going to use some stash yarn. I'm going to make something for myself. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to get it right. I'm going to read the instructions. No, I'm not. I'm going to do like I always do. I'll be finished in a week. And any mistakes that happen is the designer's fault. Dear
That's so funny.
designer, I know you hate me. Clearly you do. So I
It's all
think
your
that, yeah,
fault.
for 2015, 2015, after the holiday big thing is done in the bag, you know, it doesn't help that my birthday's in January.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, didn't I just give you something? Yeah, but now I want something else.
Yeah. I didn't pick my birthday. Listen, it
Hello, I
just came.
wasn't in charge. So I think
I was
that, yeah,
there,
for
but
2015, you have time to, we're going to give you 3 months to make something for yourself.
sounds good.
January, February, and March. Make
Sounds
something
good
for
to me.
yourself. Take a picture of you wearing it. Yeah.
Nice.
Then I won't have to feel guilty about doing it all by myself. Somebody asks me to make them something, I'm going to say no.
Can't. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's the months of me.
Sorry. 12 months of is about me.
Nice.
So that said, I guess that's it. We can wrap up, and
Yes.
Tracy and I will be back here in 2 weeks.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks
Have
for
a great couple
watching.
weeks.
Yep, see, and I'll be back with my little Rhinebeck report when
Oh,
it's
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Woohoo! I'll post what I can on Instagram while I'm there. But
And you heard it here. She's going to pick up some Blue Moon Fiber Arts in the Rhinebeck colorway.
if they
You
have
heard it.
some, yeah,
Yeah, they have.
some for you, some for me. Isn't it great being friends?
That's if I don't go myself.
Oh, I hope you go. Just make sure you stay in touch.
I will.
Okay.
All
Bye,
right, guys.
everybody.